Perfect. I don't want to stand on the thing. Hello, everyone. We're going to share a microphone. Yeah. Are you okay with this?
I'm ready.
All right. How's everyone doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah? Awesome. So thanks for coming to the Smaller Channels panel. For those of you who have attended in the past, we've been doing this now for about 2 years. Not here though, only in Orlando. And pretty much this panel's objective is a little bit different than normal Smaller Channels panel. We all have small channels on the stage. So basically this is just to give like insight and advice to those who either are thinking about starting a channel or who have a channel and are a little bit curious how to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit better, more engaging. So just before we get started, we're gonna introduce ourselves. My name's Kaylee and my channel is Kaylee Kill. I've been doing videos now for about 7 or 8 years, and yeah, that's me.
Hi everyone, my name is Ken Eckel. This is really loud. I am a daily vlogger. I've been making videos for a little over a year now, basically every single day.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and my channel is Magic Hat Jenny, and I've been making videos for as long as I can remember, but my current channel, I've been doing it since 2011.
Hi, I'm Joey. My channel is Joey Nano. I've been on YouTube for 2.5, 3 years. I do a lot of LGBT topical videos, some really bad comedy that I don't suggest you watch.
Hi, my name is Jelani Carter. My channel is Jelani Carter TV, and I'm a comedian. And I just make comedic vlogs, and I also host a show on my channel called A Week Late. It's like a weekly recap video with like hip hop news. It's cool. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I do. And I've been on YouTube for about like 3 years. So yeah.
Hey y'all, my name is Felicia. My channel is Felicia Style. I'm not only a small channel but fairly new, and I do all kinds of things, mainly like beauty stuff / I try to think I'm fashionable kind of thing.
Hi, I'm Courtney. My channel is Courtney Revolution, and basically my channel is a hot mess. Lots of pop culture, lots of reviews, music reviews, TV reviews, a little bit of LGBT topics thrown in there. I'm like a really tasty casserole. A little bit of everything in there.
Perfect. And we are going to be taking questions towards the end, so if you could save your questions to the end, that would be great. We're going to start by saying, we'll start by outlining, how do you define success? Because success to one person can mean, you know, making a living off of YouTube, but to another person it could just mean helping someone with a video. And how you define your personal success really makes all the difference with your experience on YouTube. So how would any of you guys define your specific success?
Well, I can take this one for starters. I can honestly say that I think success should like almost never be defined. You should never like reach that, because that would mean you're reaching a point of like being stagnant and being like, I'm done. I can just do whatever I want now. I think that's a good vibe to be able to do whatever you want, but I think you should always have a goal and always be looking to do more. So, you know, as smaller creators, we look for like, oh my God, 1,000 subscribers. That was awesome. Now what's after 1,000? 5,000, right? And then 10,000, and then 20. You just always are continuing to go up. Even when you're PewDiePie and you're like, what? Nearly 40 million? I'm sure he wants 40 million really bad, as much as we want our next level. So I think even if it's not on a measure of subscribers, it still should be a measure of like just doing the next thing, you know? And I just want it to be like a, I don't know, this vibe of like you never really are there, you are always growing and always doing more for yourself. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I can kind of play off that. I think for me, the success portion of it, for me the success is pushing myself and to keep going. So like, if you have a specific goal in mind, that's great, but you do, like you said, you need to keep goals and always have a new goal, I think. I don't think there's ever in YouTube success that you reach. I don't think there's no top to it. And like you said, like he has 40 million subscribers, but he's gonna keep going and he's got more things to do. he's never going to reach the top. There is no top of YouTube, I don't think. And I think the success portion of it is feeling successful in yourself and knowing that like you're going to keep going and you know what to do and what you want to do and what you need to do.
I think maybe, sorry, I can just go real quick. I think success can be so internal as well. It can be like your content, be like, I got my content to a really great place where I really like the videos I'm making. I think that was for me once I got to like about vlog, I don't know, 200. I was like, I'm so proud of the vlogs I'm putting out every day that it makes me so happy to keep creating. Maybe other people don't like it as much, but man, I love it. So that's why I kept doing it. And I hope that's all the same for you guys down there.
Yeah, I think for me, success is more on a personal level of, am I satisfied with the video that I made? Do I like it? Is it at the level that I strive to be? So, you know, if you go into YouTube thinking, oh, I'm going to go into YouTube because I want to be really YouTube famous and make a lot of money, it's not going to happen. If you go into YouTube saying, I want to make really good videos, eventually that'll probably happen.
I just want to be best friends with Jaden Smith, to be completely honest. I think that's where my success, that's the top. But seriously, I honestly feel like if I'm able to inspire people the same way my favorite artists and YouTubers inspire me, then I think that's success for me. Because I love feeling that feeling of just like, man, like what he said or the video that he or she put out, like, man, this motivates me to do like my own thing. I want to be able to like spark that same feeling in someone who's like, you know, thinking about making a YouTube channel no matter what genre it is. So if I can inspire someone, then that's the meaning of success for me.
And actually, that's a great touching point. Motivation is a huge thing, especially when you don't see the numbers and the views rolling in as quickly as you would like. It's becoming increasingly more and more difficult to grow a channel on YouTube. 7 years ago, I mean, you could make a channel and you were just a sea of small people. Now it's like a huge ocean, and it's very hard to like kind of rise above. So how do you start and maintain a YouTube channel when it's very difficult? And what are the main issues that you run into?
It's a loaded question.
Like, wow.
Make me sweat my weed off.
Yeah, that's...
I think you just started. Like if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel like today or tomorrow, or you just started like last week, like just do it and do whatever makes you happy. Don't try to like do like the trends, because like yeah, like you'll get like a few views from it, but like if it doesn't make you happy, it won't motivate you to keep on making videos like that. So like I mean, I remember when I first started out, like I started rapping and I was just trying to enter every single contest I could get into, like, oh, this is gonna get me put on. And then I realized halfway through, like, this doesn't make me happy anymore, and I love making people laugh. So I just started doing that, and I just started doing comedy, and you know, so yeah, so you know, get in, just started, do it for the right reasons, and in order to stay motivated, like if you have like a good group of people around you that understand what your goal is or have like similar goals, you're good. Because I have a great group of friends that all have like kind of like the same goals, and we motivate each other all the time whenever someone's like feeling down or feeling like they can't, you know, do it. So, you know, get a good group of people around you, and I think you'll be good.
Yeah, I want to say, sorry.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I agree.
Make peace with where you are currently with, you know, your viewers, your subscriber count. Be okay with that, because there's a chance that you may never get any more. There's a chance you may get a lot more and you may grow, but there's a chance you may not. That's just the fact.
And that's okay too.
Yeah.
You gotta be right with that.
Because if you're like really disappointed and you think, oh man, I really want to get really higher and I hate where I am right now, you might just be setting yourself up for disappointment. So enjoy it where you are and make sure you're having fun. And there's a chance you'll get more successful, but you know, just look at what you have and be okay with that, and you know, appreciate what you have.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this is really important when it comes to like motivation and just starting out on YouTube. Go into YouTube being yourself. You can't really go into it being someone else. Like, you are not going to be the next Kingsley or the next Miles J or the next Ricky Dillon. Like, you have to go into it being the next whoever you are. So you can like the same things and you can make similar content, but do it your way. Find out what makes you unique, and that certainly comes from just being comfortable in your own skin, being unafraid and unabashed, and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna turn this camera on, we gonna film this video, we gonna edit it however you wanna edit it, and it's going on YouTube, and that's just it. You have to be yourself no matter what, 100%.
Yeah, I guess I kind of, like, I want to play off of that. Like, I'm super shy and awkward, you guys, and I don't know what I'm doing, but, like, we're all internet people, so, like, we're all kind of shy and awkward, right? So, like, just go into it being yourself. People are gonna like you. I mean, there's gonna be somebody out there like you, right?
Yeah, there's something for everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
It doesn't
so-
matter what you make.
Yeah, that's the thing, is everybody has their own thing, and I think to touch off of what you said, Courtney, there was actually discussion about it yesterday in here. You can pull your inspiration from so many people. You can pull inspiration of like a style or what you want to do on YouTube from other people, but you'll catch yourself trying to impersonate those people and make your persona like those people. I did things like that when I first started. I get a lot of inspiration from Grace Helbig, and a lot of my videos at first I realized were super me trying to look like Grace Helbig and do comedy and timing like Grace Helbig, and I was like, who is this person? Like, this person isn't me. And then you start to find your voice, and then that plays off of the motivation, really, is once you get like your kind of your brand for yourself, and you realize what it is that you're doing and what you're gonna make of your channel, that motivates you, because now you're like, I have a thing now, and this is my thing, and I'm gonna do this, and this is gonna be great. And that's like, it's total self-motivation, and it just makes you feel good once you have something set.
Yeah, and I think if the thing that you're doing on YouTube or the way that your videos are is something that, maybe I should do this because like nobody else is like this isn't like anything else, that's when you're on the right track. Because, if you're just trying to be like what's really popular and what's really good and trying to copy them, you're just going to be a second-rate version of them rather than being a first-rate version of yourself.
Hello. I love that. I love that.
It's great. Look at you trademarking things.
I think something really cool to talk about. Didn't you guys out there know who Casey Neistat is? Yeah. He's great. He made a video recently about rip-off artists and how it's really okay to be yourself online. It's really not that okay to be someone else. And not like a character. I mean, just like you were talking about, like being Grace Helbig. And like for a while, like once Casey started doing daily vlogs, I've been doing it for like, I don't know, a couple hundred days. And I was like, Casey's vlogs are so good. I want to be just like Casey. And then my vlogs completely changed to something almost exactly like his. And I was getting all these awful comments, not awful, correct comments about how it was so similar. And I was like, oh my God, like they're so right. And I stopped vlogging for a day and I took a day off and I was like, yeah, you're so right. That's not how I would have looked at the day unless I was looking at it through this like filter of his. And so I took my motivation to be like, I'm actually going to motivate myself to be myself and film exactly what I would want to film. And then my daily vlogs turned into exactly what I would want to do. And that grew to like, I come to Playlist and I hang out with my friends and they're all daily vlogging what they think would like get more views. And I'm like, I'm daily vlogging exactly what I think would be the correct thing to vlog. Like, what would people think of me when they saw this? It's like, should I vlog at this party? Yeah, that's probably pretty cool. But I should also vlog this weird dance party we're having in the elevator because that's way better. So it's like, I think being yourself on YouTube is so important, and that should be your motivation, is always to be yourself on YouTube. Like, that is the best motivation you could honestly have. It means so much to me that like when I watch your videos, I want to meet that person when I come to Playlist.
And also, something else that's important to touch on is a lot of us are, I should say a lot of you guys are very young. So if you are starting out with a channel and you're in school or you're in college or you have a job, how do you balance that? Because it can be difficult, especially for Kent, who does daily vlogs, and I have a daily vlog channel as well on top of a regular channel. So I actually upload on 2 different channels. How do you manage your time and actually find time to upload and not get like, I'm complacent, I don't really want to put up a video, I'm lazy? Like, how do you stick with it is a good question.
Yeah, I can go. You want to take it?
I can, yeah.
Go for it. Go for it. I've been talking a lot.
The balance was super easy at first, and now I kind of have changed everything. When I first started, I was uploading videos every Tuesday, and then I changed it, and I was like, I'm going to upload videos every Thursday, and then I did that for 2 years, and not until about 5 or 6 months ago, I stopped doing that. And I actually was having a conversation with, you guys know Matthew Schuler, Bushu. He told me, stop what you're doing. If you don't want to stick to a schedule, don't. And I was like, but like, this is YouTube. Like, I have to have a schedule on YouTube. I have to put up a video at the same time every week. It has to go up at this time on this day. Like, that's what people expect of me. And then the second he said that to me, I thought about it, and I was like, people aren't going to like immediately like unsubscribe or something, or become completely uninterested if I don't put something up for a little while. So I mean, most people would say don't take a break longer than 2 weeks. But to balance it with regular life, sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes you just need the mental break, because it's not easy to live your regular life and then also live your internet life and have to, it's like having a second job is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah. I'm a college daily vlogger, and I literally am a college student, so I go to class every day and I bring my camera wherever I go. And it honestly was such a tough balance the first year, but then I figured it out. And like I was saying just a little bit ago, I was like, I'm gonna vlog my personality, so sometimes I'll vlog in class, sometimes I'll do whatever. And I basically created a schedule, and I was like, this is my editing time. I wake up at 9 a.m. every morning, edit till my first class at 10. And if I don't get it done, then I have to find time later. But I give myself that time, and I'm like, that is my time. And then every time after that, like, sometimes I'll respond to comments if I have like a spare moment on my phone. But other than that, I'm at school, I am living my life, and I'm filming it. Like, you should, I say like a great way to do it if you're trying to do daily vlogs or if you're trying to do whatever is like give yourself a time where you're like, that's when I'm gonna do it, and make sure you get that done. Like, a schedule is huge.
I think for me personally, I was at one point like going to college, and I had 2 jobs, and I was tweeting all day. I tweet a lot, like a lot.
You do.
And so for me personally, I looked at YouTube, like my channel, like a little TV show. So I knew that a video has to go up at least the latest by 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, it has to go up, or else like your people are gonna miss your TV show. So I would go to class, and then I would go to work, and then I'd be like, all right, it's late at night, let's film. I'm in my bedroom screaming and hollering and talking about Nicki Minaj and Ricky Dillon. And then the next day, it's like, all right, I'm going to school, I'm going to second job, and then I come home and I edit. Like, you have to be disciplined if it works for you, because not everyone's schedule is the same, not everyone's life is the same. My friends will be like, hey girl, let's go out, let's work and twerk. And I'm like, girl, because no, if my video's not up on Tuesday, like, my viewers will kill me. Like, they will tweet me and be like, where is this video? Burn him at the stake. So, I mean, it all really just depends on you and your life and what works for you the best. Just don't go crazy and don't lose sleep over it. Just do your work and have fun later. That's what works for me, personally.
See, I'm not as big as everybody. I have my friends roast me on Twitter and texting, and they just make fun of me if I don't upload. So at the risk of not being made fun of for the next week and a half, I try to make sure that I get my video up at least in the beginning of the week or whenever I have free time. Because there was a point in time when I had like a job and school like everybody else. And you know, once the weekends came around, I just dedicated maybe like Saturday to like hanging out with my friends, and then see, and they're roasting me now, and like Sunday for like putting up videos if I can, not always weekly, but when I get the time to. So yeah, but you got to make sure that you are prepared and like comfortable uploading on a weekly schedule, because I know it gets hard sometimes, because like the first couple of weeks seems kind of easy and you got it, and then something happens and then you start getting stressed out. So like make sure you like remove yourself from that situation, recuperate, and then just like, all right, attack it in like a different way, or figure out a better way of like going about, you know, uploading your videos, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, do that.
Stockpile. That's my suggestion. Always have a video that is edited and ready to go, ready to be uploaded. Always have a video that is in the editing process. Always have a script for a video, and always have a huge list of ideas. And then whenever you have that spare time, film those ideas. And I always have multiple videos in all of those stages, so that if you do have a schedule and you do want to keep up with that, and you don't feel like filming a video one week, you have something you can pull from, something you can put together that's already has a lot of work put into it. It helps a lot.
So just to transition a little bit, some bullet points to take from this would be upload frequently or have videos ready to upload, because honestly, the more content that you have out there, the more opportunities you have to grow as a channel. Schedules do work for some, but it's really up to you. And keep an eye out for opportunities to make your channel, help your channel grow. Sponsorship is definitely becoming more prevalent, and it can actually help you if used correctly. And transitioning from there, we wanted to briefly touch on networks. Not all of us are with networks up here. Some of us have had good experiences, some have had bad experiences, but I know it's a very growing topic, especially for younger channels with networks reaching out to them. So what would you guys say about networks and how they can either help or not help?
I'm going to start with this one. I'd say if you're a small channel, wait. It's like really not that worth it. I grew to a certain size and I was like, you know what, maybe it is time. And I made a great decision. I signed with the Collective and they're incredible. It's really nice to be able to have someone that you can literally be like, that is my guy. And I can just like text him and be like, Chase will have my back and Chase will help me and he'll do whatever I need. And I know that's not the same experience everyone has, so I want to make that clear, but I recommend them. They're great.
Do your research. Like, make sure that what the network that you're planning on signing to, what they're offering is something that you can, like, make sure you can provide it yourself. Because if you can, then you don't need them. But if they're offering something that you know that you just can't get on your own, then maybe, like, you know, sign with them. But, like, when I first signed, because I'm signed to like Maker Gen, which is like their second tier with Maker. When I first signed with Maker, it was at a time where, you know, if you didn't have a partnership, you weren't really viewed as like a real YouTuber. So I was like, I got to get with somebody like somehow, like immediately. And you know, I like people like Timothy De La Ghetto and Shay Carl, so I was like, Maker's the perfect place for me. And when I signed with them, and I noticed that they weren't really offering me anything, and a lot of the stuff I could just do on my own if I just took the time out and, you know, really tried. It just kind of became like a little useless, you know what I'm saying? Because I like Ken said, if it can help you out, like certain networks can help you out if you know the right people and you know what they're offering is going to help you out. But don't try to like jump on that train because you feel like you have to. Because 9 times out of 10 you really don't. If you do your research and you know what you're doing when it comes to like filming videos and editing videos and stuff like that, and just put in a little bit more work, you'll be fine without them. Because I know plenty of people who are not signed to networks and they got thousands and thousands of views and able to network with a bunch of people and be all right without it. So just make sure you're making the right decision. Like, just don't jump on it because you feel like you have to.
Yeah, I'm going to add to that because I'm as well signed with Maker Gen. I lucked out a bit because I was working at Maker Studios, so I could just walk over to the Maker Gen section and be like, hey guys, can you look at my video? So I was a bit lucky, but I continued to stay signed with them because of the music library that they offered me. Looking at that to license music as an individual by yourself is extremely expensive. And so I looked at the amount of money that they were taking out of my AdSense and compared that to what I would have spent on music licensing. And that alone, it more than made up for it. And then that with the added, you know, having someone to talk to weekly about my channel, it was, I'm happy.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you get as kind of like an incentive when you sign with a network. Like the same thing, like I'm with Full Screen and I have like access to like video blocks and audio micro and all of these things that you would normally have to pay for, but you sign with the network, and then when you sign with this network, you get tools. They give you tools to help make your content better and to help you grow. But like you started off with, do not rush into it. I did that, and I am happy where it's taking me now, but at first I was like, this is like nothing like I expected. I didn't research like different networks. I was just like, oh, these people, I can do this. Okay, I'm going to. And then I look back on it and I'm kind of like, I should have done a little more research because now I'm finding out that this was good for me then, but something else would have been greater for me now if I had waited.
Yeah.
Don't sign a contract expecting a shout out.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the last topics that I think we should touch on, because we are running out of time, but viewer engagement and collaborating with other smaller channels. It's very important. If you don't have a Twitter, a Facebook page, an Instagram, consider making one, because your viewers are going to want to reach out and communicate with you, whether in the comments of your videos or on social media, and they like having multiple avenues to get in touch with you. And collaborating is great because YouTube mimics a job in a sense. If you get along with your coworkers and you work together, you rise together. So what would you guys say in regards to engagement and collaboration?
I'll start this one off. With engagement with viewers and or fans, some people call them, I'll go with subscribers. If you already don't have like a big social media platform, like if you don't have an Instagram or a Twitter or any of those things, who are you? What are you doing? This is 2015. You should all have your cell phones in your hand right now. It's super important to know how to engage with these people, and I think that's a thing that people don't understand. I think we were just having a conversation about this earlier. When you're engaging with anybody on all of these social media platforms, whether it's people that are your viewers, whether it's other creators, I think one thing that's important is being very mindful with how you're engaging with these people. Because you don't want to make it seem so forceful. Like engagement with your viewers, you don't want it to be like, everybody needs to come watch my videos right now, and you don't want to have to feel like you're trying to pull people in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's really important about this community is if you're trying too hard and you feel like you're trying too hard, step back, take a deep breath, and realize that this isn't going to happen in a day. It's going to take a lot of time. I mean, I'm at 2,300 subscribers and I've been doing this for almost 3 years. And if I was pushing myself any harder than what I allow myself to do, I think that those numbers would be a lot less.
I think
where
it
I'm
might
at
be interesting to hear not only from Felicia on this as well, but also from Courtney, since Courtney would be the tip top
Really
in regards to social media.
Hi.
You're the social media king.
I love my viewers. I
they
literally,
love you.
this is probably the only time that you will see me not with this in my hand. I literally talk to my viewers all day, like into like 4:30 in the morning, and then I'll wake up like 2 hours later just to say good morning, and then I'll go back to sleep. Like I think engaging with your viewers is super important because it's like they're watching your stuff. Like you put so many hours, however X amount of time, whatever, into making your videos and your content, and like of course you want people to watch. So I think it's important to be genuine, not forceful, just be yourself. Like, I mean, I can't stress that enough. Like, literally, me talking and like rambling is me on Twitter all day. And like, I found some crazy people that just like it. And like, we just talk back and forth, and it's exciting to see some of them in person. They're like, oh my God, girl. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, yes, let's take this selfie. But I think it's super important to talk to your viewers, be honest with your viewers, and be like, listen, girl, I was up all night. This video might be a little bit late. And they'd be like, oh my God, girl, we understand. Just be open and honest and engage. Like, get your Twitter up. Don't play no games. Use them hashtags and lots of emojis because they make your tweets pretty.
Should I talk about this?
Yeah. And then
Well, I'm like a super small channel, you guys. Like, so I don't really have a group of people quite yet. But of course, I'm going to talk to the people that are supporting me and are watching my videos. I'm going to reply to every comment. I'm going to respond to every tweet. Like, there's no sense in me ignoring people if they're trying to talk to me and help me out, you know? Like, especially because I'm able to right now. Like, of course, like the Ricky Dillons and stuff aren't going to be able to reply to every tweet, but like I'm at 172 subs. I can reply to every comment and tweet. You know, like that's like the one thing I don't like to see is when somebody has like 50 subs and people are commenting on their videos. This is so great, and nobody's replying. Like, talk to your people.
Felicia, I have a really good idea for you. One thing I always do in my comments is I reply with a question. Because when you're a small YouTuber, building that kind of communication can like almost be like starting a friendship. And so
I like that idea.
if you ever get a comment, respond with a
Write that
question
down,
and
guys.
then respond back and back and back, and you like start a conversation with people, and it's really interesting. You'll meet like the coolest people ever just because they responded to your comment on a video, and that's awesome because they definitely get a notification for that. So
Yeah, I like
and
that.
to
Just
attach
respond.
that with collaboration, when you're a small channel and people are commenting on your videos, go see if they have a channel. And if they do, ask to collaborate. Especially, you know, if they're people that are return viewers, collaboration is so important. And also, it's so much fun. It's one of the reasons I'm like still really into YouTube, despite the fact that, you know, I'm much older than a lot of these like, you know, very successful YouTubers. I just want to make videos with people. And if people are commenting on my videos and they're being really great and they have channels, I'll be like, let's make videos together. 'Cause
Jenny
it's
and I
fun.
actually have a video that we did and we collaborated, and so you never know like where these friendships will take you.
Exactly.
Like,
And that's
it's
what's
really
great
important.
about any event like this.
Exactly.
Yeah, meeting people and
Yeah.
getting in the community. Because I didn't know anybody come into this playlist, y'all. Like these people up here are the first people like I've ever met and networked with, and I mean it's awesome. Like
Yeah, a lot of
being
my
around people you like get what you're doing and like are like, oh, I like this too. Oh, I like this too. It's so cool. It's so fun.
I mean, a lot of my like best close friends are like some people that are in the audience right now, and I met them for the first time today, and we've been friends for like I want to say probably 5 years now, and we, you know, it started off like, oh, I like your bars, well, because I was a rapper. It was like, oh, I like your bars. Let's do this. Let's collab and do that, and we just built this relationship, and now it's like we got a core of like 12 people that just really understand each other and are willing to help each other and share your stuff. Because I mean, if you really think about it, you're that one person, if you become cool with them, they probably know a bunch of people that will like your content too, and that just builds your network. So don't be afraid to be social, because I mean, everybody starts from the bottom and then they grow, and you know, it's all about like teamwork, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember Courtney said that teamwork makes the dream work. If you're willing to, you know, put yourself out there and not be afraid to be, you know, so shy, it's like really shy, and like just be social and just talk to people, you might meet the coolest people you'll ever meet in your life, and you'll have like a great friendship out of it, and also like a person that will be able to like help you critique on your content and collab with your content too, on your content too. So that'll be really dope.
So before we open the floor to questions, I just briefly wanted to let you guys know, because I don't know if I'll have time at the very end, and we have about 7 minutes left. If any of you are going to be attending Playlist Live Orlando in April, we have an entire track that will be called Community Unite. And it's going to be business day to the end, and we're going to have an entire room dedicated to panels. We're going to try to do collaboration stations, meetups, and different types of events like throughout the weekend for smaller channels. So please feel free. I mean, obviously we don't have much information now, but there will be an entire room. It will be in the pamphlet. If you want to be involved, we also have a a Facebook group. It's the Community Unite Smaller Channels Facebook group. We will be taking applications if you want to be involved on a panel, if you want to be a featured guest. We want involvement from everyone. So if you're interested, please join the Facebook group and join us in Orlando. It's going to be fun. At this point, we're going to open up to questions, though. So if any of you guys have questions or comments, please feel free to ask or make them now. It's Community Unite. If you search it, it should pop up.
Come be friends with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Question. It's not so much a question, but I think it's something worth talking about. A lot at this whole event, I've heard a lot of kind of discouragement for imitating other people's video styles and stuff. And I think it's good, you know, people being themselves and stuff, but my personal belief is that I don't think anyone should be discouraged to imitate, I guess copy a video style, because I think you need to, personally, I feel you need to kind of play around with stuff, and it can help you get into making your own content. But what do you guys think about that?
I think you're so right. Like, I didn't mean to bash anything about trying to copy someone. I just am super worried because the vibe right now, why everyone's talking about it is because it's coming across as stealing. And I don't want that to be something as a precedent. And so you're allowed to mimic someone's video because maybe that's a style. Like you can do the emoji challenge. I've seen it 100 times. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I think that take what they're doing and be like, that is great and that works. And then go from there and make that your own.
Yeah.
Exactly. Draw inspiration from
Yeah.
people. Like,
There's a book called Steal Like an Artist. If any of you guys ever find yourself at Barnes & Noble, buy it. It's amazing. But it basically talks about how nothing is original anymore and everything at this point is stolen from something or another. So really, it's less about making a video where you are saying, hi, I'm Grace Helbig, even though I'm not Grace Helbig, and more so just making it your own. Like, if you want to make a video that's similar to her, that's fine, but just make sure that you kind of shine through as well.
Right, and that's what sorry.
no, you're go.
That's what I was saying earlier. That's exactly what I did. Is I started out basically like imitating Grace and her comedy, and that it's okay to start out that way. I think that's how you find your voice. That's how you find your persona, and that's how you find out what you want to do. I don't necessarily discourage anybody starting that way, because that kind of helps you get comfortable in your skin on the internet. Like when I first started, I was like, I'm like sitting alone in my bedroom talking to a camera. What am I doing? And I think it helps you become more comfortable, and then once you find your voice, then your content will start to soar.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even if, like, let's say you're a new channel and you haven't posted any videos to the internet yet, make some videos completely copying your favorite YouTubers, and you don't have to post them. You can make as many videos as you want till you find your style, and then once you feel confident in, oh yeah, this is who I am, then post it to YouTube. You can, there's nothing stopping that.
And actually, something that I've been hearing going around a lot recently is that because there's nothing original on the internet anymore, and Ali Speed said yesterday, you're right, there may not be anything original on the internet anymore, and there's nothing original on YouTube until somebody like comes up with a new challenge, but when you do it, it's original because it's never been done by you.
Exactly.
And I thought that was such a great thing, and that's something that a lot of people should really take and run with. It's going to be original because you've never done it before, so if you have an idea and you want to take somebody else's idea and play off of it, you'll make it original. If you want to do the exact same thing, it's still going to be your own kind of style. And I think that's also helpful in helping yourself grow and helping your channel grow.
And your voice is way more powerful than you think. Like, you don't realize like how much influence you have. You could have 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers, a million subscribers. Your voice is so powerful. You'll never know like how you can and will impact someone's life until you do it. So it's literally just get in front of your camera, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, whatever message you want to put out there, and then just throw it out there. Just toss it. Free throw.
Hi guys, my name's Christina, and I have a very specific question actually, because I was at another panel and it was the diversity panel, and someone shared that they weren't actually really invited to the event, that they had to contact the playlist live and say, I'm interested in being at this event. This is a YouTuber who has thousands of subscribers. We were talking about diversity and how that might be an aspect of it. And then on top of that, they kind of also reached out in order to be on a panel, and I'm wondering how you guys came to be here, being that you're such small subscribers. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to offend. I'm just saying, I admire you guys, and I would like to be up there next year, so I'm just wondering.
You should.
How to go about that. Just who I talk to.
Wear that hat.
Yeah, I have been coming to Playlist since the very first Playlist, and it's always been something like I said, I've been on YouTube for going on 8 years, I think, and I'm just about to hit 30,000 subscribers, so I've been growing very slow.
Nice.
Thank you. But it's always been very important to me, and especially because I've been attending since the first Playlist, that it's been predominantly becoming more and more about fangirls and less about the creators engaging each other. Like, I come because of this. Like, I like to meet new people and make new friends and collaborate, and I noticed that as the years were going on, Playlist was becoming less and less about the creators, and so I basically annoyed them enough for 3 years until they said, sure, you can create a panel, and that was 2 years ago. I planned everything. I picked people to be on the panel. last year, we were given an entire event room in Orlando, and we had Community Unite for the first time with signs, and it was great. They informed me that they wanted a panel here as well. We were going to have a bigger room, but I didn't have enough time to plan, and that's why 2016 Orlando is going to be even bigger. And I really like the community involvement, and that's why I want you guys to be involved. Like, everyone can be involved. We're going to have so many different things, and I feel like it's kind of time for the community to take back like what it originally was, less about screaming and running through the halls and more so about meeting each other and throwing video ideas around, and, you know, finding people that make similar content as you and making those friends, because a lot of, I would say 80% of my friends I've made at Playlist. I've never been to VidCon, but like, I've made a lot of friends from doing stuff like this, and I think that that is so important.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've made so many friends doing this, and I really like your mindset, and you're like, next year I want to be up there, I want to do that, because that's like great self-motivation, because Tri-State was my first YouTube convention, and yeah, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm just meeting all these people, and I came by myself, and then after I like came to panels and all that stuff and was in the same seat you are, I was like, I want to do that. Like, that is, I already focus on helping people and like starting discussions with people and stuff like that, but to be up here, like, this was my goal in November, and here I am, and like,
that was my
do it.
Yeah, that was my goal
hard.
last year too. I actually went to the smaller channels panel, and me and my friend TJ, who also has a channel, we were both like, we got to come back next year as panelists. There's no reason why we can't. All we got to do is just put the work in, and that's what we did. He was at the smaller channels panel at Playlist Live Orlando earlier this year, and I'm here in DC. So, I mean, it's definitely, you can definitely do it. There's no reason why you can't. You just got to put your mind to it.
Speak it into existence.
Exactly. Speak it out. Put it out in the universe, and you'll get
And
it back.
before we move on to one more question too, it's important to add that this is like a perfect example of, like, if you want something, you just have to strive for it. Playlist has been awesome with letting us host this. It's all community done. Like, we pretty much plan everything. Like, they don't really
Kaylee
tell
planned
us.
everything.
Well, they're very good at accommodating us, and they don't really have any requirements. I mean, obviously we run everything by them, but like, they're really letting us as the community drive these panels, and that is like so awesome. So thanks to Playlist. We have time for one more question.
So how important do you think it is to have focused content on your channel?
Ooh, that's a bad question for me, because I am just an eclectic mess. So someone else can take that.
Somebody who does this.
I mean, honestly, I just say do whatever makes you happy. Don't feel like you have to have like a certain genre. Because like I said, I started out making rap music, and I realized, like, and I started to branch out a little bit more and doing like comedic vlogs, because I've always been kind of like a funny guy. So I was like, let me just tell a story about some crazy stuff that happened to me, about me seeing a homeless bum try to rob me and took my purple bike, and that blew up. You know what I'm saying? So like, all you gotta do is just, you know, be yourself, and don't be afraid to be yourself, and it will come. Because with YouTubers, and one of the things I love about YouTube is that people really connect with that YouTuber's personality, and your personality is like everything. So if people like you for you being you, you're gonna like it regardless of what you put up. It doesn't matter if it's music, comedy, vlogs, fashion, whatever. You know,
Right.
As long as you are being 100% you, people are gonna come to it. Because, like, you know, I don't think anybody's really a bad person, so why would they not subscribe to you? You know
Can
what I'm
I
saying?
please snowball off of that? Because my channel is so unfocused. It's literally, like, don't ever feel like you have to do, like, one thing.
Exactly.
I'm literally, like I said, I talk about Nicki Minaj one week, I'm, like, lip syncing to, like, some random singer that no one's ever heard of the next week, and then, like, I'm, like, twerking in a chair the next week. Like, if your viewers are gonna watch you, they're gonna watch you regardless. Like,
Yeah,
sure,
for
they
you.
might not like everything, but, like, as long as you have, like, such a personality that they're like, oh my god, yes, I love her, they're gonna watch every single week.
Exactly.
So as long as that you're yourself and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get from this camera and do what I feel like doing this week, you'll be just fine.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to do different ideas either. I've done all types of videos on my channel, and once I found the thing that made me happy, and I guess also make my viewers happy, but it's all about you at the end of the day, you'll be good.
Yeah, and that's the same thing on my end. Is I do a lot of LGBT and positivity videos, and my basis for everything that I'm doing is to help kids everywhere, anywhere that need help with like issues and stuff like that. And by doing that, by trying to make people laugh and make people smile at the same time. But I have narrative videos. Like I did a video for the Dear Me campaign, and it was totally different than anything else I do. And I think as long as, like you guys said, it's your personality over your content. The only people that I don't even think even really, I was gonna say maybe like beauty gurus are the only people that have like a focused channel because that's really what they do and that's their thing. But for the most part, I don't think most people do have one main focus. I wouldn't stress on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a thing, if you have a niche, something that you're really passionate about and you really love, and it's really easy to just make videos about that one thing, then I say go for it. But if it feels forced ever, if you're like, oh, I really want to do this like music video, but I'm a cooking channel and I have to make cooking videos only. If it feels forced, then don't have a one thing you do. Just do the videos that you want to watch. Make those videos.
Make a cooking music video.
Exactly.
Do that.
And that's the other thing is when you're assuming that you have a channel or are creating a channel, when you're making these videos, if you're not happy with it, don't put it up because you think you have to. If you could only see like the recycle bin on my computer, I've trashed so many videos. I'm sure we've all trashed videos all the time.
A bunch of scripts that I've never put out.
Yeah, but I've trashed so much stuff, and that's one thing that I like to stress to anybody that tells me that they want to create a channel and start YouTube, is if you're not happy with it, don't put it up because you feel like you have to. I mean, if you think that other people are going to be happy with it, that's fine, but it's like an artist. There's artists I know that still take their own paintings off their walls and do more stuff to it after it's been hanging there for 10 years. You're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, I should have did this, I could have edited it this way. But if you're not even like 90% happy with it, I would say trash it and start over.
All right, and you guys, I think that we're past time, so we've got to skedaddle because I think they want to put someone else in this room now. But thank you guys so much for attending.
Yes,
If you have any further questions, please feel free to add the group. You can tweet at any of us, follow us on Twitter, and any questions, concerns, let us know,
Yeah,
and add the group. Please be
If you
involved
see
in
us around,
2016.
you can ask us questions.
So-
If you guys want to ask us any questions,
We didn't
we're
get
going
to.
right out there.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
out in the hallway.
Yeah.
That way we can get out of the room so that
the
everyone can have
questions
it.
we
But
can
thank you guys
Kanye
so much for
2020.
coming.
Thanks,
Thanks
y'all.
for coming, y'all.